On March 16, 1962, a radio operator in Guam pressed his headset to his ears and waited. He had been trying to reach a plane for several minutes. A routine check-in, the kind that happened dozens of times a day across the Pacific. But this time there was nothing. No voice. No static. No signal. Just silence. 107 people had been on that aircraft. Soldiers, crewmen, men with families, men with names. And in the time it takes to draw a single breath, they were simply gone. No distress call. No debris field. No reiki. Not a seat cushion. Not a shoe. Not a single piece of evidence that the plane had ever existed. The United States military launched one of the largest search operations in the history of the Pacific Ocean. 8 days, 200,000 square miles of open water, every available ship, aircraft, and resource the Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and Marines could deploy. They found nothing. Over 60 years have passed. The mystery has never been solved. The plane has never been found. And the truth, if there is one, remains buried somewhere beneath the dark water of the Western Pacific. This is the story of Flying Tiger Line Flight 739. And what you are about to hear will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about what can vanish from this world without leaving a single trace behind. To understand this story, you need to understand the world it happened in. The year is 1962. The Cold War is tightening its grip on every corner of the globe. In a small, divided country called Vietnam, American military advisors are quietly beginning to arrive, officially just to train local forces against the spread of communism. Officially, the Vietnam War, which began in 1955, is still years from reaching its full, devastating scale. But the machinery of conflict is already turning. And on the morning of March 14th at Travis Air Force Base in Northern California, that machinery loaded itself onto an airplane. The aircraft was a Lockheed L-1049 Super Constellation, registration N6921C, operated by a company called Flying Tiger Line. If that name sounds like something from a wartime poster, that's because it was. The airline was founded by veterans of the legendary Flying Tigers fighter squadron from World War II, men who had spent years staring down the Pacific and decided, when the war ended, to keep flying. By 1962, Flying Tiger Line was chartering military flights across the Pacific, carrying troops and cargo to wherever the United States needed them. On this particular morning, Flight 739 carried 96 military personnel, 93 American Army soldiers and 3 South Vietnamese, along with 11 civilian crew members. 107 lives in total. Their mission?